Welcome back to the 6th week's lectures of Better Leader, Richer Life. In this week's last video, I'll offer guidance on how to get moving. As I've said, a total leadership experiment has to aim to produce benefits in all 4 domains, and hopefully they will actually do so. So this is the question to keep in mind as you start to take action. But again, the most important outcome is to produce new knowledge about how to create positive change as a leader in all parts of your life. Remember that your experiment is not just for you, but for the people who matter most to you. And this is our focus from here on out. How you bring others along with you as you seek to make things better in your world. Commitment and support of those affected by your experiments is vital to your success. Anything new is bound to provoke some anxiety and uncertainty. To overcome these potential inhibitions to your taking new action, you need to get the support of others by knowing that you're doing this for them, as well as for you. Getting in the game to make something new happen requires that you respond intelligently to the impact that you're having or not having, and then adjusting as you need to. Once you start to implement your experiment, which you should now do as soon as you can, I expect you'll realize that it needs to be adjusted, and continually so. Expect the unexpected, and be ready to adjust according to what you learn from the facts on the ground, especially from the people around you. So, actively seek feedback all along the way. Richard, for example, a manager at a professional services firm, initiated an experiment in which he would try to leave the office by 6 p.m. every day, which he hoped would motivate him to be more productive at work and allow him to spend more time on people and activities other than work. Richard quickly found that his ability to stick to this schedule was largely hit or miss. It wasn't working. He realized that he'd need to make adjustments to this experiment to allow for more flexibility while still meeting the same basic goals. He said, and I quote, "I need to set a more achievable target than leave by 6 every day at work, but to do it 2 times per week possibly, and to work from home 1 to 2 days minimum per month. That would be better. This would let me be home, would let me help out, and let my presence at home be more apparent without putting additional strain on my career or my workload." That's what Richard said. It's okay if your experiments don't work out exactly in the way that you'd initially envisioned in your game plan. Indeed, this is to be expected. Learning from your experiences and aiming to produce positive change is an essential part of our course. Dan, a student who I told you a little bit about earlier, he started an experiment to set aside a weekly time for him, his wife, and his children to pull together an email that they would send to distant friends and family that updated them on the family's activities for the past week. He soon found, however, that Sundays would roll around and they would run out of time. They didn't find the time to sit down as a family to compose this letter. Dan then modified the experiment so that they would have a family note that they passed by email through the family on a Monday, and then sent it out on Monday or Tuesday night after Dan added some finishing touches. This eliminated the schedule risk, as every family member could squeeze in 10 minutes individually through the day to work on the email. This small creative adjustment turned a failure into a success. As you become more practiced at the skill of designing experiments for 4-way wins, you will see that some experiments work and some don't. Don't give up on the ones that don't work right away. You may be able to adjust to make them work. having useful metrics helps you to gauge the success of your experiments and how and where you need to make adjustments. Sometimes you need to make adjustments to the metrics themselves. You may find, as but one small example, that the number of contacts with friends per week is not a good metric for your engagement with your community, as you end up making a large number of calls to the same people, and so you might change it to the number of different friends called per week. Or you may need to change the frequency of your measurement. For example, if you initially planned to take a pulse of your mood twice a day, you may find out it's too cumbersome and reduce it to once a day. You may also find alternative sources of data by, for example, asking friends to rate your attentiveness to them instead of asking your colleagues to do so. The main point is to be flexible and to continually adjust any and all aspects of your plan as you learn what's working and what's not working. Okay, let's briefly review the main points of what we covered in this week's lecture. Smart experiments are those that are consciously designed to make things better in all parts of your life, and they're in your learning zone. Small wins build confidence and competence and lead you more intelligently to achieving worthwhile, meaningful goals. You need useful data or metrics to help you assess your progress and to learn. As a leader, it's crucial to always consider the impact that you're having on advancing your goals while helping others to do the same. It's about we, not me. Us, not I. Finally, keep adjusting and maintaining an attitude of flexibly changing your plan and perhaps your ways of measuring your results in light of what you're discovering along the path you're taking. All right. You've now completed the 6th week's lectures in Better Leader, Richer Life. I talked about how to choose your experiment, set your game plan and scorecard, and get in the game. Congratulations! We are done with the week 6 lectures. Just a few more weeks to go until commencement. Hang in there. Stay with us. Your assignment for this week is to write up your game plan and scorecard by identifying the purpose of your experiment, your assets and liabilities for it, and your goals and results metrics for each domain. That's it. You'll also have a chance this week to provide feedback to your classmates on their assignment 5 about their stakeholder dialogues and to learn from other students about their reactions to what you wrote in your assignment 4 about your preparation for your dialogues. And I hope you'll be active in our discussion forums as your classmates will be talking about their experiments. Remember, as a member of our community of developing leaders, your job is to help your classmates succeed. Everyone benefits if we all take this approach. Next week, I'll talk more about what it means for you to bring others along with you as you aim to make positive change, how to reduce resistance, and to generate commitment to your vision by being artfully political and building social capital. You'll learn how to marshal your resolve to keep moving by accounting for your impact on the world beyond your immediate circle. Once again, congratulations. You've taken yet another important step forward on your leadership journey. Now it's on to tackling the challenge of making real change happen. I hope you're excited about bringing your experiment to life in your world. So get underway, and I'll see you next week.